How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another weekly recap. I'm back again. I don't know how the lighting is. I'm behind again as usual, but it's week 41. I think this is going to be a long one. I feel like I've written down a lot. I have a lot to say. So let's just get into it. Also, I'm kind of tired, but that's, again, it's normal, you know? I'm doing the same angle. I can't tell if it's good, but I haven't had anyone call it bad, so I don't know. There you go. Anyway, the Friday, 8th of June, it was a Friday, and I had no plans with anyone because my friend who I go rooftoping with had to study, and I don't think anyone else was free or whatever. Also, I was super tired because I didn't get any sleep the previous day, and I didn't take Ricky to school because he was sick, and everyone else was sick, and I've also been sick. So that's fun because basically he coughs everywhere and he doesn't, so everyone gets sick. So nice. Good job. You're an idiot. Also, I have like leftover bubble tea. So basically I just went to my room and I slept until 12 o'clock. Had lunch and then I chilled in the living room doing things on my PC and filming a weekly recap. Ricky was up at like 5, but we didn't really do much. Then we had dinner and I don't know. Ricky went to bed again, I guess, because he had a fever. So then I played with the baby from like 6 till 8. And then Ricky woke up, and then at 8:30, I left and went to my room. No, I didn't, because I don't have Wi-Fi. I sat in the living room and edited photos and did stuff until like 2 a.m. Like talking to my parents, editing photos, the usual. So that was like a real waste of a day. Didn't get anything done. But I hate sleeping. It's such a waste of my time. Like when I sleep until till 12, the day is like over and I don't get any value. But whatever. Anyway, 9th of June. Woke up at 9. It was a super boring and uneventful day. So that's a great Saturday, right? In the morning we didn't do anything. We went outside from like 11 till 12 before lunch and just played outside. And yeah, then we had lunch. And the new Ai is here. And her food is like definitely... Sorry, I'm dying. Definitely not as good as the old Ai. Like, the old Ai's food was, like, boring and, like, average, but there's nothing wrong with average, you know? Most things have to be average. That's generally how an average works, you know? But her food now is just kind of, it's so boring, and she doesn't make, like, a lot of dishes. So there'll be, like, very few dishes on the table, and then, I don't know. There's not as much variance, and, I don't know. It's okay. She's really nice, though, and... Since writing this, I wrote this on the 9th, since writing this I do feel like there has been some good foods. I don't know, maybe quick to judge. But it's not as good as the old Ai, and she'll never be as nice, and it's sad. At least I only have 1 month left. Like, it's sad that both of my nannies left me. Because I like them both a lot, but yeah. Anyway... After lunch I chilled in the living room and was editing photos and stuff, and then the old Ai came back briefly and I was so excited and happy. I was like, oh shit. And then she's like, oh, I'm leaving, I'm just getting my stuff. And I was like, fuck. But I got to say like a proper goodbye to her, and like she was happy and nice, so yeah, just sad. Then I decided to go outside because it was 3 p.m, which is around the time Ricky will wake up, and if I'm home then I need to work earlier, so I was like, strategic, I'll go outside. I went to a mall to look around. My shoes legitimately broke. They've been broken for a while. Like, both shoes are fucked and, like, completely screwed. I think I talked about it months ago. They've just been really bad. I think they actually, like, have been bad for my feet as well. Like, they've been really, really bad. But I've been too lazy to buy new shoes because it takes effort. And I was just postponing it. But then, like, the shoelace on one of them legitimately just snapped. And I was like, well, I have to get new shoes. So whatever. So I went around and looked, and nothing interesting. Got home at like 4, and then we went out again until dinner. And then after dinner we also played briefly outside again from like 8 till 9 o'clock. And then we got home, and when work was supposed to be done, Ricky's mum wanted him to do this dubbed English video, but he was super tired and super obnoxious, and it was past my work time, so I was so annoyed. Then we spent, we spent 40 minutes, and he just kept fucking it up. I don't know how he can keep, and he wasn't mispronouncing. Basically, he had to say the same words that it said in the video, and then he would dub the video. and he wasn't mispronouncing words. He was saying straight up the wrong word. It was like, keep it down. Then he would say, pick it up or something. Like he would say, not even, like I don't know how you're so stupid. It's not even the mispronunciation. You'll say it straight up like saying words that don't exist, like in the context. He's so dumb. And then I kept telling him again and again, and he just kept being annoying. And then eventually he peed the bed, and I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you not go to the bathroom? What's wrong with you? And then he cried more, and then we finished at 8:40, and I was super pissed off because it's 40 minutes of my time, which I feel like my time is like valuable, and also just it's 40 minutes where I just sit there and want to die. Like, really, how can you be so stupid, really? I legitimately don't understand. Like, peeing the bed and, like, it's just, I don't get it. Really, it boggles my mind. I lose brain cells so much, like, and I don't have many to lose, so it's really bad for me. Anyway, then I chilled on my PC and went to bed way too late, as usual. Alright, 10th of June. I woke up at 9. Didn't really do much. Sat in the living room on my phone, and Ricky's dad was going through the PowerPoint he does usually, where it's like house rules and then just rules like it's rules that you shouldn't have to explain like in a PowerPoint. It's like, remember to wash your hands, don't poo on the street. What else? Like, just really stupid stuff that, like, I don't know, it should be like, I mean, for a 5-year-old, not everything is common sense, like, you know, but a lot of these things, at least you should be told them once or twice, and then you'd be like, okay, that makes sense, whatever. But he's getting told this, like, so often in a fucking 80-slide PowerPoint, like, how? Why? But anyway, they went through this PowerPoint and took, like, at least an hour. So I just sat on my phone in the living room and chilled, because what am I supposed to do, you know? So I didn't do anything, like, all morning. Then we had lunch at 12 and I headed outside and I tried looking for shoes, but I couldn't figure it out because I'm stupid. I think, did I also do it this previous day? Maybe the previous day I wasn't really looking, because there was once I went to a mall and actually looked, and the other day I don't know what I did. My old shoes were completely fucked though, like I told you. And I bought shoes at Dongmen a while ago, but they didn't work. They're like the cheapest shoes you can have apparently. Like, my feet hurt after like not even an hour of walking, so they're not good. Don't wear those. Probably better to be barefoot, to be honest. But yeah, host mom asked me about shoes, and I told her about like the Dongmen shoes, and it was so funny. She read my message in English. I could hear her repeating the words, and I guess she didn't understand it. She translates it to Chinese, and then she starts laughing, and I'm like, alright, I guess she knows about Dongmen quality shoes. But yeah, Ricky woke up at 5 or something, and then we chilled and had dinner, and then dinner was like, as well, like worse than usual, because the eyes have left, and the new eyes food like is not as good, and there's just not as much variance. And I can understand when it's just me and the kids, but like when the parents are home, they should want like a lot of variance and good food and like stuff, right? They're paying her to make food, and it's boring. But maybe they don't think so. But I feel like compared to the old one, at least, it's so boring. But whatever. There's like less variety. Because usually there would be a lot more dishes on the table. Now there's like 3, and one of them might be like leftovers, so it's like, But yeah, after dinner, it took Ricky forever to eat, and then I don't know if he got in trouble or something. So again, I basically just chilled on the couch and did nothing. It feels like a lot of the time I don't work or I don't do anything, but it's like, the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, his dad is either teaching him Chinese, like pinyin and characters and stuff, or he's teaching him like common sense rules, like don't be an idiot, don't shit on the street. Or he's taking forever to eat and like getting in trouble, so he has to be like he spends time on being in trouble, you know? So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, I don't have good free time though where I can go out and meet friends. It's just useless sitting, like, it's me sitting in the living room on my phone just waiting. So it's a waste of my time too. And then yeah. After that, we headed to a shopping center because the mum said that we would go to a shopping center and then I could buy shoes. Which I thought that meant we were going to a shopping center, and then as like a side as like a side quest, we could buy shoes for me. But apparently she meant that like we're going to buy shoes for you. That was like a main quest. That was like the only reason we went there. So we took a 20-minute drive to some mall to buy shoes for me, which was nice of them, like very nice that they do that, and you know. So I appreciated the gesture. So yeah, we went to a New Balance store and then we went to a Nike store. And I showed my host mom some shoes, and she just looks at me and she's like, they're too black. And she shows me some like grey ones that look like shit. I'm like, ugh. And then I fucking hate shopping, and especially even also if there's like a person there that like, I don't know. I hate shopping so much. So I just tried finding shoes as fast as possible. I found some that were like black with blue, and I thought, okay, these are blue enough that she can't talk shit. And then they were like semi-comfortable, so I was like, okay, they're good. And then my host mom, she looks at them and she's like, I feel like she thought they were too black, but she couldn't say anything, so she was just like, okay. Which, what the fuck? I'm the one paying for them, and I'm the one wearing them. Like, why do you care if they're black? Like, Jesus Christ. And then the shoes were 499 RMB, and if you paid over 500, you would get an 8% discount. But obviously, that doesn't really make any difference, you know? Because then you're spending more money to save like less than you'll end up spending more money basically. But she's like, okay, pick out a t-shirt or something, and I'm like, fuck. And it's a Nike store. They don't have a great selection of clothes because that's not the focus, I guess. Maybe no, they do. They definitely don't. So I just picked out like a black shirt, and then she's like, no, too black. And I'm like, fucking hell. I just laughed at her. I was like, really? Come on. And then yeah, I found a red one, and she suggested a white one, which didn't work. But actually, I'm wearing the red shirt. This is the red shirt, okay? So when I say I found a red shirt, this is actually it. I'm wearing it. What a great coincidence, you know? But no. Yeah, I found a red one that was like so-so. Didn't really want it, but whatever. It's just like, it's easier just to say yes to everything in China. Like, it's not worth like trying to put up any, no. So then, basically, I asked her what the price will be, and she's like, it'll be 580. And I only wanted the shoes, obviously. So basically, I would be paying 80 kwai for a shirt that I didn't really want. Which, that's like 6 bubble teas. So it's like, what's the point? And yeah, this was like 200, I guess. So like, you save 120, but it's irrelevant. You're not saving money if you're spending money. Like, people that have that line of thought are just like financially stupid. That's not how it works. If something was on sale but you don't need it and then you buy it, you didn't save money, you spent money. Like, fuck. So I was like, I don't want to spend 80 on a shirt that I don't want or need. So I told her awkwardly, I was like, maybe I just take the shoes? And then she looks at me like I'm fucking stupid. I don't know if she thought I was stingy or stupid or like what was going on, but she has like a very quick conversation with the host dad, and like she's looking at me like I'm stupid, and then she goes like, you buy the shoes, I buy the shirt for you. And then I'm just like, okay, I guess. I don't know, it felt awkward because I didn't need the shirt, like, and now it looks like I wanted the shirt but I didn't want to pay for it or something. I don't know, I felt really uncomfortable. Like, whatever, you can get me a shirt, sure, but like, I didn't want or need it, really. I just, fuck. So basically, now I have a red basketball shirt. So there you go. That's the story of how I got a shirt. But just so, like, awkward, I feel like. But anyway, then we went and bought bread and went home. I think the shoes I got are pretty solid. I've also been wearing them now for, like, what, half a week or something? And they seem fairly solid. Like, they have a lot of support. Also, the shoes I was wearing before were so fucking garbage. Like, I think after being in China for like 2 months, so I'd had the shoes for 2 months, they like broke inside. Like, I don't know how to even explain it. I think I did it in another video, but like, they didn't give a lot of support and they were garbage. I probably broke my foot wearing them, to be honest. But yeah, now I have good solid shoes that are like good, so I'm happy. Also, it was nice that we legit drove 20 minutes to get me shoes. Like, They went out of their way to help me, I guess. So it was nice. And then on the way home, my host mom looked at my old shoes I'm wearing and she was like, "Are they Dongmen shoes?" I'm like, "Yep." And she's like, "They're not Nike." I'm like, "No shit, they're not real." Like, Jesus, they're fucking trash. But yeah, got home, ate bread and Pepsi, and then just chilled on my PC. And yeah, that was the 10th of June, which was, I guess, fun. Alright, 11th of June. I woke up at 7, took Ricky to school, and then I headed to Hohai to meet new au pair and my roof-topping friend. The girl I always go to the roofs with. And yeah, we met in Hohai. First we did the Tencent roof, which I've done twice now, I guess. It's honestly the scariest roof because you look directly down and it's like 30 stories and the thing you're standing on is not very wide. And then also, it's broken, I swear. When you step on the edge of it, it like goes down a bit, so it's super fucking sketch. But anyway. Also, the weather was like but compared to the weather that's been like the other days, it looks good. It was somewhat blue sky, it was just polluted. And every other day it's been raining like fucking terrible, so I'll take what I can get, you know? But yeah, I don't think the Tencent roof, the photos turned out very well. Then the guy left, and my friend and I, we got this brilliant idea. There was this roof in an apartment complex where we were like, that looks really nice. We could totally get up on that roof and climb onto this blue thing that like overhangs. Let's do that. So we did, basically. We thought we could do it, and then we did do it. So we got into the apartment complex easily, and then we waited for someone to open the door, and then we got in, got onto the roof easily, and then we decided we could climb onto these higher parts of the roof, just climb up, up, up. And then we did that, and then there was a thing that wasn't worth climbing up. And then, yeah, there were these blue things, like pillars, that basically they were climbable. And we were sort of just looking at them, debating on if it was worth doing, which it was. And then, like, some nanny came while we were there, so we had to hide in, like, this room. It's hard to explain. There's a roof, and then you can climb ladders and go onto a higher roof, like, that has, like, a building, but it's empty and, like, all dirty. And we hid in there, and there was, like, a nanny doing laundry. Then eventually we got off, and we got onto these blue pillars. And then, yeah, we took a bunch of photos on these blue pillars. I don't know why they're there. My friend basically was, it's true what she said, she's like, why would you put them there? It's basically just an invitation to climb them. Like, they don't serve any purpose. There's the roof, and then there's these blue things. Maybe, like, if you're really drunk, you could probably argue that they look nice, but, like, they don't look nice. They just look strange. It's like you've taken a building, a roof, and then you put some weird thing on top. Like, it doesn't look nice. It looks, at best, like, strange. But anyway, we climbed these blue pillars, got some photos. And then my friend, she was on the thing, and I was on the thing, and she was taking photos of me. And then we went to switch positions. And as I get up to take the photo spot, she jumps down off the roof to go onto, like, she jumps down from the photo spot, and then she has to go walk and then up on a blue pillar. And as she does that, a nanny, I know I'm bad at explaining, by the way. It's kind of hard to visualize. I don't know. As she jumps down, I just see a nanny. I'm like, fuck. So then I hid in the room we were also hiding in before, and I just had zero clue where my friend went, because obviously she hadn't gotten caught, because I would hear them talking, but I could not, like, figure out where she was. So then just hid in the blue room for like 10 minutes, and then she finally whispers my name, and then we very quickly got back to shooting, got the photos we needed. There's actually a few more angles I would have loved to get, but we were like, okay, we shouldn't like overstay our welcome. We got the shots. So yeah, then we got on the platform, got the shots, and then left. And then yeah, I went home and chilled a bit before picking up Ricky at 5. And then we played outside for an hour before dinner. And then after dinner we had to do the English dub video, which I don't know if I've explained properly. Basically, it's an app on the phone where you, there's like a SpongeBob, like 1 minute clip. And then you basically say what SpongeBob is saying, and then your voice gets dubbed in instead of SpongeBob's voice, right? Something like that, okay? And then we had to do that. But he was crying and screaming and being fucking obnoxious. Some of it was because he's stupid and he couldn't do it, so he got frustrated. Like I told you with the other dub, like he would just say the wrong words, not even mispronounce, just say completely wrong words. And it's like, how? Like, he had to say, like, can we lower the volume, please? And then he just kept saying, can you? And I'm like, no, can we? Like, I kept explaining it and he just doesn't listen. So after an hour of him crying and screaming, his dad comes in, and then he calms down a bit, and then we spent another 30 minutes, and we had to get like 9 things done, and each thing was like 5 words or less. We got 2 done before the dad was like, okay, let's finish tomorrow, and I was like, yes, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, legit spent an hour and a half on this video, and it was just so painful. And then yeah, I go on my PC and edit photos and chill. And yeah, I went to bed at 12, but I think I slept at 2. Like, 5 hours has become like a classic amount of sleep now, which is not good, because in Denmark I would joke about like 12 hours of sleep. Now I'm getting 5. There's like quite the discrepancy, but yeah. Anyway. 12th of June. I woke up at 7, took Ricky to school. It was shitty weather with rain. Like, we'd just gotten over the typhoon last week. Why does it rain again? Like, I have so little days left in China, and they're being ruined by the weather. It's really, really frustrating me. Got to class, and it was chill. We didn't do much. Like, we started watching a movie, but not really. And then after class, my friend and I headed to Coco to head for the roofs, which first we failed, and it was awkward. It was a business building, and they like asked what floor we go to, and we're like, don't know. It's all, yeah, not good. Then we got to another roof, and security said nothing. And we headed to the 39th floor and did the stairs, and as we go onto the roof, cleaners come, which is every time, we're always unlucky, but they didn't say anything. And then yeah, we did some more like climbing up, and then we got to a helipad on the top section of the roof. And then we debated on going on this crane thingy, and we actually could do it, but like the weather was about to go to shit. I said we had like 15 minutes to do it, and then we didn't. And we could have also gone to the edge, but again, the weather was shit, so the photos wouldn't even have been like good. And also there were cleaners and gardeners that probably would spot us, so it wasn't worth the risk if we could come back a different day and get the shots, but like better weather conditions, you know? So then as we head down, it starts raining like crazy, because here it can go like 0 to 100, so the rain just goes crazy. So basically we made the right decision in not going up. And yeah, I got home, and then I chilled and talked to the baby for 10 minutes before picking up Ricky. Oh, this is just funny. At one point the baby has a bag of nuts, he opens it, takes a nut in his hand, and then he runs over to me, and I'm like, oh okay, he's giving me a nut. Takes his hand out, like this, and then as I go to reach the nut and say thank you, I even said thank you, I was like, thank you, he just goes, and I'm like, well, fuck you. Like, I laughed so hard. And then, yeah, we had dinner. And then, oh, this is so painful to talk about. This is painful. Okay. We had dinner. And then my host dad messages me, because we can't speak together. He doesn't know English. I don't know Chinese. He messages me about Ricky's reading last night and how it's not good that Ricky's crying and, like, And I'm like, yeah, no shit. And then he goes into this, like, tangent about, like, Ricky always cries when he's reading with you and when he's doing the dub, which is not true. Ricky never cries when we read because he actually enjoys listening to me read, at least to an extent. You know, like he'll get angry if I only read 2 books. It has to be 3 books, so. But yeah, he went on this long tangent, and then he asked me if I was distracted, which that's like really bad, you know, because obviously he thinks I'm doing really shit. Like he thinks there's some distraction, and that's why I'm being worse than usual, which I didn't even know I was worse than usual, but apparently. And he basically told me he was like disappointed and he didn't think I was giving Ricky enough attention, and he gave me this really long written like rant. And then I tried giving my point of view a little bit, but also I'm not going to argue with him, because even if he's wrong, like I'm never going to win, you know? And I don't necessarily think he's wrong. He has a view, and I have a view, and we see things differently. I don't think there's a wrong or a right, you know? But yeah, I felt like crying, like dying inside. It was so fucking bad because I think things are fine, and then I get told, "Oh, I feel like you're performing worse than you should be." And I'm like, "Well, fuck." And I don't even know how to do better, to be honest. Like I feel like I'm doing what I can. And then he said like, "Sorry if I upset you," and then he said like some positive things like, "Oh, we like you." But I mean, if you think I'm doing bad and you say I'm distracted, then like I'm obviously shit, and I don't want to be shit. I want to be the best. So it's upsetting as fuck. I was super upset. It's also the first criticism I've gotten in 6 months here. Like, if they'd been in the first month, if they'd been like, "Oh, do this more, don't be shit," I would have been like, "Okay, I need to do better." But I've been here for so long, and I feel like I'm just doing my thing. And I don't even know what I'm doing wrong or like how to improve. Because I will say it does feel like I'm working less. I even mentioned that in this video like a couple days earlier, you know? But that's not really a fault of mine. Because I swear, the parents used to work a lot. So basically from 6 till like 8 or 9, like I would be with him all the time. And sometimes they wouldn't even be home. I've talked about that in the videos. The ones where I had to put him to bed and he was so fucking annoying and wouldn't sleep, you know? But now they're home like every day, all the time. So I spend less time with him and they spend more time with him. Which he's their son, so of course they should spend time with him. But like I definitely work less because there's the whole PowerPoint thing. There's the teaching him Chinese. There's him just wanting to play with his parents. So yeah, I spend less time with him, but that's not my fault and I can't do anything about it. And I don't think I'm distracted or giving him less attention. I will say I've gotten more comfortable not being there because basically if you don't pick your free time, you don't get free time. Like on the weekend, I have to like just go to my room sometimes, you know? Because otherwise I'm just working all day. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do or like what I can't really understand the criticism. Like your kid cries and screams and is an idiot. That's because he's an idiot. I'm not taking the fault for that one. And then yeah, I don't know about me being distracted, to be honest. But yeah, pretty fucking sad, and it fucks my head because I think about it like all the time. If I'm bad, it drives me nuts. So I have to go think about that like all the time, not be able to sleep. Anyway, then Ricky finished dinner, and we did the English dub, and we did like an easier one, and it went way better because funny enough, one of the reasons he's a crying idiot is because he's also frustrated that he's bad. So we did an easier one, and he was like, it was okay. Then we played a bit, and Ricky learnt Chinese, and I listened, but like I couldn't even recognize the characters, and like even the initials and finals and stuff I'd forgotten because it was so long ago. Like, it's so embarrassing. I'm just so fucking garbage at Chinese, it makes me want to cry. Like, it's so embarrassing. Obviously it hasn't been a great focus for me, so what do you expect? But I'm still so embarrassed. I could have been like so much better. After that we went to his room and we read 3 books, and then he was supposed to go to bed but he didn't. So I was on my PC in the living room and I talked to my dad and edited photos. And I don't know why, but Ricky was in the living room alone until like 10:30. And I was just sitting there like, why the fuck are you not going to bed? Like, it can't be a surprise that he's angry in the morning and he's like a fucking temper tantrum and being an idiot. Like, if you go to bed so late, of course you're going to be stupid. Like, really. But yeah, that was the 12th of June. Alright, 13th of June. I woke up at 7 and headed to Convention and Exhibition Center. We wanted to do the crane roof that we failed the previous day because we thought weather was better now. But we didn't think we had enough time because we had to be at class at 9:30 and we'd been told multiple times to not be late. So we're like, okay. We tried the curved roof, but like an eye stopped us when we tried entering a fire exit. Then we got to class, and there were not that many people there, and we made this Chinese food called, because I don't actually know, I wrote something down, but I don't know if I wrote the right thing down. So it's not necessarily what I think it's called. Oh no, I did write the right thing down. Shit, okay, it's called zhongzi. and I cannot show you it. But it's basically like, you take 2 leaves, and then you put rice in it, and then close it, and then you boil it. And yeah, we made that in class. And honestly, it wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't really enjoy doing it, but it's fine as a social activity, whatever. And then after that, me and 4 of my friends headed to celebrate one of my friend's birthday at a KTV. Which KTV is like the karaoke thing, for those that don't know. It's very big in China. You go out like and do the karaoke thing, you drink, you eat food, and it's just a good social thing. Even though singing is so awkward, I feel like, so it's kind of, yeah, but alright. Anyway, it was really fun. We had some food, some snacks, some milk tea. My friend and I, we tried duck tongue, which was, it was okay, like, it was too, because obviously you can do different stuff with it, right? And this one was at least too spicy. And then, I don't know, the consistency of the meat was like okay, it was so-so, but it was just too spicy. Then we had like a good pizza, which is rare for China, I feel like. I don't know. A good pizza's good, you know? And then when I went to the bathroom and came back, there was another pizza, and my friend is like, don't tell him. So I was like, oh, fuck me, it's going to be like durian, which is the worst fruit in the world, and it's absolutely disgusting. But I tried it, and it was condensed milk, which, that's like the best idea I've ever, like, whoever thought of that is like a genius. Like, condensed milk tastes really good. Like, putting it on I think it was condensed milk and cheese pizza. Like, that's such a good idea. Like, whoever thought of that is like really a genius. It was so good. I had 2 pieces of it, and I can still remember, like, I'm still thinking, like, it's good. Really, really good. But yeah, we chilled in the KTV, sang a bunch of songs, and just, yeah, had fun. And then I got home at 5, where I picked up Ricky. And then we ate dinner. And then on my phone, I showed him pictures of my friends and the KTV. And I was like, my friends from Germany, my friends from Holland. And showed him just stuff. And then after that, we looked at different animals from Australia, like dangerous ones, like sharks, blue-ringed octopus, snakes, you know, all the good stuff. And then the dad was excited because he was watching it. And I think most host parents don't let you be on your phone. They get angry about that. But for mine at least, it's all good. I can show him stuff. Obviously, if I'm just sitting on my phone, not playing with him, they'll kill me. But, you know, like, I use the phone as an educational tool, I guess. Which apparently is not, like, normal. Like, a lot of host parents don't like that, which I don't understand, but whatever. But yeah, we looked at a bunch of animals, and the dad seemed happy. He was like, he sent me some messages that were like, oh, this is good, appreciate your effort, and like, this is good. Which is great, because like, it's so much easier to insult someone than it is to compliment them. Like, if I go to a restaurant, and the pizza is like, a 10 out of 10, okay, maybe if it's a 10 out of 10, I would actually be like, this pizza's amazing. But like, generally, I'm not going to go on like Yelp, I guess, or I don't fucking know what website you use, but I'm not going to go on some website and say, this restaurant was really amazing. Like, that, I might do it sometimes, but not so much, you know? But if a restaurant is hot garbage, I'll be on that website so fast, like 130 words per minute, like, fucking terrible, don't ever eat here, it makes me want to, like, you know? Like, it's so much easier to insult someone than it is to compliment them. At least that's how I feel with, like, reviews and food and stuff. So, yeah, it was cool that he could actually be like, you're shit, and then he could be like, no, you're not shit, okay. Because that makes me feel a little better. The thing is, though, if I can go from shit to not shit in a day, it's like, was I ever really shit? Like, I don't understand, because I don't know what I did wrong, you know? So it's really hard for me to understand, like, what I did wrong or how to not be bad. But, yeah, I don't know. Also, I will say, I forgot to mention, like, it really sucked being criticized and being called shit. But I do appreciate that he did it. Also, I don't know how long he's been feeling this. I don't know how long he's felt like this, which that part also scares me. Has he, like, does he think I've been shit for a week or a month or, like, how long? But no, what I was going to say is I do appreciate him being like, hey, you're shit, don't be shit. Because that's better than him just going around being like, oh, fuck, I hate this kid, he's annoying. Or even worse, and this is what most host parents actually do, so I'm actually happy about mine. Most will not complain to you, because Chinese people don't like confrontation, I think. Most what they'll do is they'll be like, fuck this au pair, and then they'll message the agency, hey, our au pair is bad, he's annoying, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, and then the agency will sit you down and be like, we need to have a talk. Your host parents think you're being bad, please be better. And that's so annoying because then you're going through, for one thing, you don't want criticism from the agency. And two, then you're going through a middleman. So if my host dad said, for example, Oidoi does this and he's totally wrong, I can't even defend myself because I'm defending myself to the agency and not to him. So it's like it has to go through a middleman, you know? Whereas if my host dad says to me, you're an idiot, I can be like, well, no, I'm not. So I appreciated that he went through me and told me directly, you're shit. Instead of telling the agency, like, hey, Oido is shit, please make him not be shit. Like, I like that someone can actually, you know, come to me directly and tell me how they feel, instead of some, like, bullshit middleman, like, eh. I think, I respect him a lot, so. But I've already said that, like, yeah. Alright, I didn't finish my train of thought, but yeah, I appreciate the criticism, even though it sucks and it makes me, like, really upset. And then, yeah, him saying he's happy, it's like, well, now I'm just even... Is the camera... I don't know. I can't tell if it's crooked now. But, yeah, him telling me, like, oh, now I'm not upset, or, like, now it's good. I'm like, I don't even know. Also, I don't know if it's acceptable to just, like, be on my phone all the time with him. Because obviously he can learn just watching videos with me, but I don't know if we should be doing something else. I have zero clue what's going on. And then we did the homework, also the dub, and he wasn't upset or naughty. So we just do easy videos now, because then it's like, doesn't challenge him, but at least he's not crying. And then, yeah, I read for him and put him to bed, and then filmed a weekly maybe I'm lying, maybe I didn't. I can't tell. And then I talked to my friend. And yeah, that was the 13th of June, which brings us to the 14th of June, which is the, mind focus? Which is the last day, which is my free day. I woke up at 8 because I couldn't sleep. I was supposed to wake up later, but couldn't sleep. The grandmother and the ayi were trying to get me to eat noodles and the zhongzi, but I couldn't because my friend and I agreed that we were going to do the bubble tea, milk tea, bubble tea, whatever you want to call it, challenge, which is basically we invented it, so no one else, it's not like it's an official thing, but basically we were going to drink 4 bubble teas in a day, because I asked her, I was like, what's the most you've ever had? And we were both like 2. I was like, do you think we can do 3? And she's like, I think we can do 4. And I was like, okay, let's fucking go. So yeah, left home at 9:30 to meet her, and then we met up at 10:30, where we got our first bubble tea, which was a hay tea, which hay tea is really good. It's high quality, it's really nice. So that was a solid breakfast. Then we headed to the roofs, which the weather was so fucking bad, and like just, it didn't rain, but it might as well have rained. Like it was so like grey and gross and ugh. The first roof we got was like a joke. It had the Shong Tower, but it just didn't look good, and it was garbage and so demotivating. Then afterwards we failed like so many roofs, including the financial building, because apparently they'd gotten more security or something, I don't know. But yeah, we just failed, and then, not much specific to say, we just failed a bunch of roofs and everything was shit. Then we got another bubble tea for lunch from Gongcha, which Gongcha is pretty good, and yeah. It was the first time I got one with, no wait, I think this was a regular milk tea, never mind. Then we had to cross the street, which we somehow fucked up 4 times, but whatever. And then we walked around the mall confused, the Gongcha mall, where we bought the Gongcha. Which, they also had Dakasi, but Dakasi is a fucking joke, don't drink it, you know? And then, yeah, it was good. Oh yeah, this was, okay, I thought it was, but I forgot. But yeah, this was my first salty cream drink. So it was like tea, and then it had cream on the top, which was like salty cream. And yeah, it was pretty good, I enjoyed it. So, I don't know, usually I just order regular bubble tea, but now, when you're drinking 4 in a day, you kind of have to mix it up, you know? So yeah, it was good. And then yeah, eventually we made it onto this roof of an apartment complex, but there was like workers on it, so we weren't really sure about climbing it while they were there. So then we took the one, there was one here, here, and here. And the one in the middle was the one with the workers on it. So then we just did the one to the right. And then yeah, we got on, got onto the roof, and then we sort of waved to the workers to be like, hello, we're friendly, like, don't get angry at us. And they waved back and were somewhat happy. Then we decided we could climb up this wall, like, using a pipe and stuff, and get up to a higher level, which we didn't know how the workers would feel, but we did it. And then when we got up, we made sure the workers were happy again. So we waved to them and we're like, hello, and they were like laughing at us, so that's a good sign. Because you don't want them to be upset or to call anyone, right? Then we had to go up this huge ladder to like go up and then go on like the side of the roof, which was like sketchy. And again, we didn't know how the workers would take this one, so we're like, we're waiting for them to see us, and then we're like we wanted to get seen. And then we're like waving at them and we're like thumbs up, and then we go like, we go up, okay. And then one of the workers was just like, I'm like, yes, we got approval that like they wouldn't get angry at us, which was good. And yeah, they were just laughing and smoking and probably talking about how dumb foreigners we are. But yeah, we went up the sketchy ladder. It was not too bad. There was also a thing around it, so you couldn't actually like really fall. But yeah, we went up the sketchy ladder, and then we took photos together with the selfie stick. And the photos were honestly worse than like they should have been. But the experience in itself was a lot of fun, the climbing and just doing it, and the funny workers. Like, it was a good experience. And then, yeah, basically that was the roof. And then what else can I say? Oh, then we went to Futian to do another roof. We wanted to do the curved roof. So we bought another bubble tea, this time from Coco, which, yeah, this was our third one. This was the snack one. We had breakfast, lunch, and then this was our snack at like 4 p.m. And we headed to the curved roof. Also, my friend told me in Germany they don't use laptops in school. Can people that like are from different countries just tell me, like, when you were in school, it also depends on how old you are, I guess, but she's like 19 and I'm 21, so there shouldn't be an age difference here. In fact, she's younger, so it should be more like computers, right? But like, she said they didn't use computers in school. They did everything by hand and like writing and stuff, but in Australia, like since year 9, we used laptops, and in Denmark also everyone has a laptop. Everyone uses a laptop. I'm so confused. I didn't know that like Germany was like a third world country. Like, I would be so bored in school if I had to use like pen and paper, like, because there's so much downtime, right? If you have like an hour lesson, if you're not stupid, you can finish the work like way faster than an hour, and then you have a lot of time to fuck around, right? At least that's what I did. Also, she said they passed notes in class. Like, that's something I thought, like, people did, like, 30 years ago and wasn't, like, a real thing. I've legitimately seen, like, a note be passed in class to someone, like, once in 3rd grade in Australia. That's the only time it's happened. Never happened in Denmark, never happened in high school. People don't pass notes. They just talk to each other. Or, like, I guess people have phones they can text, or in Denmark, everyone's just on their computer on Facebook. Like, that was so weird for me to hear that, like, passing notes in class. Like, that's, like, ancient, but she's younger than I am, so I don't understand. But anyway, we headed to the curved roof, and then we got where we needed to be, and the window was open, but there was a gate that you could close. So we were afraid that we would get, like, locked out. And then while we were debating it, a worker came, and he didn't seem super angry, but he was definitely not happy about us being there. And he was like telling us to leave. And then we were like, okay, we'll leave this way we came from. And he's like, no, you have to leave this way. So he sent us down a random fire exit elevator, which was super scary because I have bad experiences with those. You don't know where you come out of, and then you have someone angry on the like other side. We managed to come out at like the ground floor, and then we literally came outside of the building where there was a bunch of people, and it was like awkward. So that was another failure. I think we failed that roof like 6 times. Then we met up with our teacher and headed for the sunset roof to get like this specific photo we needed. But the light was absolute garbage. We did not get a good photo. Like, the photos were just absolute shit, I think. But yeah, we climbed a crane though and just chilled and had fun. But the photos were garbage. Like, yeah. Also, my friend got the genius idea that we could do like a sleepover on a roof, which I think is so fucking smart. I wish I could have taken credit for it and said that I thought of it, but I didn't. But that's so smart. But I don't have enough time. Like, going home so soon. And then, yeah, headed down at 8 p.m. And then we went to Thai Guy, which is another bubble tea chain. And that was where we had our fourth and last bubble tea. And it was a super fancy one with like chocolate and like nice. It was like the Haiti one as well. It was like super fancy and a good ending to the challenge. So we only got one really good roof and 2 shit ones. But we did succeed in our bubble tea challenge, drinking 4 bubble teas in a day. And then we also, like, she had, like, my friend and my teacher had, like, burgers and stuff, but I'm not, no. So it just had fries. But yeah, that was the only food I had that day, otherwise it was just bubble tea. So my stomach did not feel like 100%, I'll say that. And yeah, took the metro and got home at 11, and then I was on my PC till 1. And yeah, that was week 41 of China, month 11. Wait, how can it be? I don't understand. Anyway, I'm really stressed out. I'll end on that note. Right now, I'm feeling really stressed. I have like less than a month left in China, and I don't think I've peaked yet. Like, I think if I stayed in China for longer, I would enjoy it even more. Like, I love China. I'm having so much fun, but I think I could have even more fun. Like, I haven't peaked yet. And also, it's just stressing me. There's so much potential and so much I need to get done, and I'm not going to have time. That's annoying. And also going home scares me and stresses me because it's never going to be the same. It's like... How can I say this? Okay, so I used to eat oatmeal. And then I started eating oatmeal with raisins. And now I would never go back to eating just plain oatmeal. It's fucking stupid. Like, why would you? That's how I feel about going back to Denmark. That's like a really shit analogy, but like... Basically... I've like seen better, so there's like no point in going back like to Denmark. It's so bad because the weather is shit, the infrastructure is shit, the taxes are shit. I don't think the people are as nice. Like there's just I don't really see the positives, so it's stressing me out that I have to go back, and I'm going to have to live there for at least 5 years doing university. And then what if I get stuck? Like, I need to get out somehow. I don't know. I also don't know where I want to live, because Denmark is a good country comparatively to a lot of other European countries. They're all the same. But it's boring as fuck. There's nothing there. Even the biggest city in Denmark, like Copenhagen, is like still so small on it, like in the grand scheme of things, you know? But like the rest of Europe isn't much better, I think. And then America is like a joke, I think. And then there are a lot of countries where you wouldn't want to live, I feel like. So I think I have to live in, like, Asia. I think China is good. And Japan also. But Japan was so crowded. I don't know. And fast. I don't know if I like that. I like chilling. Maybe Taiwan or Singapore could also be interesting. There are a bunch of Asian countries that, like, have my attention. But yeah, I'm going to be so sad leaving China. I really don't know what I'm going to do. Because it does feel like a huge step backwards. Like, I'm not going... You should always be moving forward. And I feel like I'm moving backwards. And I have to be moving backwards for, like, 5 years. Which hopefully I'll get a good education that's worth something. But, like, it's scary as fuck, to be honest. And no one will understand that. If I tell my friends, like, oh yeah, being in Denmark sucks, I'm moving backwards, they'll be like, what the fuck, you're pretentious and arrogant. It's like... No, I've just seen better. I've seen oatmeal with raisins. I know there's no point in eating without, you know? Like, that's how I feel. So, I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's going to fuck my life up, I can tell. But, yeah. Anywho, that was a fun note to end on. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I don't know how long this has been, but if you've watched till the end, then good on you. Like, I will see you guys soon. I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with the normal uploads. Who knows when that will happen? I'm going on vacation next week, I think. And then, like, hopefully I film some cool videos. But yeah, I'm so behind on editing. It'll happen when it happens, and if it doesn't happen soon, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Bye.